Welcome back to the Anthony Lee Crypto Channel. Take a look at Solana here. By request, we're going to see what we think could happen on Solana if we could get some movement to the upside. And we're going to let you know how the chart looks and what the possibilities for that are. So, starting off on the weekly time frame here, we've been chopping around in this range here. We got the volume profile on here going back to February of 24. So, almost a full year here since we've entered this kind of upper trend of the bull market. We're kind of down near value area low now. Do it a couple times on the weekly time frame. We're holding that. Now we want to continue to hold that. If we don't hold that, it could be very bad news. You don't want to fall back below this. If you fall below, you see what happened last time, guys. Fast move up to it. You can expect a fast move down. But as long as we're holding it, we're okay. What we need, obviously, is for Bitcoin not to roll over and head down into a bear market. If we can get some sort of good, at least bounce attempt from Bitcoin, then we should get a significant bounce from Solana and hold this range. Now, if we hold the range, what are the targets that we can expect? Well, if Bitcoin is just going to bounce and do a little bit of a kind of a dead count bounce and then roll back over to a bear market, then I think probably the best we can do is to range play this, and we'll get up somewhere near $200. If we're lucky enough to come into the golden pocket here at about 205 or so, that'd be a pretty good take profit area. But if Bitcoin is able to sustain a bounce, not even go off to a moonshot all-time highs, just not bounce and then immediately roll back down, I think we could have some continued momentum to the upside as Bitcoin dominance is coming down. We put out a video earlier on that. Check that out. And if that should happen, if that scenario happens and we do have a little bit more than just a bounce and rollover, the targets we can be looking for Solana are new all-time highs. What I'm going to look for as far as a new all-time high goes on Solana is going to be the first target about $380. That'll be the one-to-one extension level from the bottom of the bear market to so far the top of this cycle to the low. That'll be the one-to-one extension, which is a really good target. Now, if we get really extra bullish on this, then we have a little bit higher targets. I'm targeting the 2.618, about $550. And what that is, let me double check my numbers here. About $684. Excuse me, I have my numbers, my fibs lined up wrong there. The 2.618, typically on a really good alt season, these altcoins land somewhere in between, at least the strong ones, somewhere in between the 1.618 and the 2.618. They don't often go all the way to that. So I could see Solana topping out somewhere around that psychological number of even $500. Okay. I think that'd be a little more realistic, and that'd be a great return, especially from the bear market lows down here at sub $10. I think we would take a 50x on Solana. This cycle would be pretty dang good. So my targets for Solana, if we're not going to continue this bull run and we're not going to get a big alt season, I still think we rally to at least $200 back to the top of this volume profile before rolling over. If we are going to continue and Bitcoin's going to hang around for a little while, not just immediately dump over after a little bit of a bounce, I think we continue up to 380. That would be my TP1, and my TP2 would be somewhere around $500. So I think $500 is very doable. We have a strong coin here in Solana. Let's take a look at Wave Cipher B. Now, this is different indicator than what you're used to seeing, although similar. I designed this myself. You can get this indicator for free. It is a simplified version. It's not as complicated, not as busy. All you have to do is subscribe to my channel and then go to my Discord and join it, either the free or VIP Discord, and you will get this indicator and others that I have designed for free. These are private indicators. So looking at Solana on the weekly, and I'll admit, guys, it does not look good. You've got a clear downtrend. You've got money flow coming out, which is the worst. However, you do have stochastic trying to curve back to the upside, momentum weight trying to curve back to the upside, but you do not have weekly bullish divergence, okay? Let's drop down to the 3-day and see what we've got there. Same thing, you've got money flow crossover into the red here. Momentum waves deep down. You did have a 3-day green dot. We're not yet getting a weekly green dot. You have some hidden bullish divergence here. It is not regular divergence, it is hidden, so it could be continuation of the trend, which as of now technically is still to the upside, although we could have a little bit of a market structure break occurring right here, especially if we hang out here too long. We could be having that. I don't want to rain on your parade. I'm just keeping it real. But we do have a little bit of hidden bullish divergence right here. We got higher highs in price, and we have lower highs of momentum for now. Okay, now if you do come down here and take out this low at about 94 bucks, 95 bucks, then this will be canceled out and we will just be looking for a retracement at that point, something like this, a bounce, and then back to the downside. So the key is to hold above this $95, okay? We don't want to see anything below that because that will be a macro market structure shift in the trend, okay? So those are our targets. 200 bucks, worst case scenario. Best case scenario, we're looking at 380 to 550. I know that's a broad range, but a lot of this depends on Bitcoin and what it does. So I hope you found this content useful. If so, subscribe to the channel. Join the Discord. We would love to have you.